welcome back one final time to the Whatnauts review show, number 322. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. Melissa, you're looking snazzy.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to my idea to make our final episode an award show.
Yes.
And within the award show, insisting that you put on your formal wear.
Absolutely. I'm glad that my Kelly green tie matched my dark green shirt, and I didn't even think about the green light behind me that I always have.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, it worked out perfect.
Is this the prom or homecoming outfit you've told me about?
It's a mix of them, yes. The tie is from the prom that I went to, my church's prom. The shirt is the one I bought for the wedding, my old roommate's wedding. I don't remember when and where I picked up this vest, but somewhere along the line I got the
Gotta have
vest.
a vest.
Yeah. I will.
Is Rachel in the other room?
Say that I am wearing nicer pants. I'm not wearing my sweatpants on underneath all of this either.
Nobody would know. Nobody would know. Is Rachel in the other room minding her own business, but also wearing a matching green dress, like the both of you are going to prom together and your prom
I hope
themed?
She is. She's not. But I certainly hope that spiritually she is. Because if you remember, one of my lists was her favorites of the stuff. So
nobody dresses that themed without a partner to also be part of the theme.
Right? Yeah. It's like we're going all green, all money. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Gatsby will look at us.
Yeah.
Look across the old Egg Bay and dream of us.
Cheers.
Kyle, what are you drinking tonight? It's pink.
So this is a cocktail that my partner and I call Starshine. That is her pet name for me.
Oh my God, that's so damn precious.
She came up with
never told me that.
Like on the fly. Was like, make me a whiskey sour, but instead of the whiskey, put tequila. And then I was like, okay. And then she goes, and then add cranberry and grape juice. I was like, okay.
Oh,
we got
two
some
juices.
We had cran grape. That's her favorite. So yeah, it's just tequila, simple syrup, lemon juice, and cran grape juice. And then I put in some edible glitter. So you can't really see it on camera. But it's
love that.
It's sparkly.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. But then you also said something bubbly. So I have some Martinelli's sparkling apple cider here as well.
Beautiful. I've got a Truly. I'm just drinking it out of my big orange cup, in honor of McLaren. It's not quite papaya, but it's close enough.
It's
a toast to
works.
McLaren.
Yeah, indeed. You got the orange little wind thing on your microphone.
I've had it all season.
It's perfect. Congratulations to Lando Norris, first time Formula One world champion. Good on him. By 2 points.
By 2 points.
Yeah. Anyways, if you
this
can
isn't our F1 corner. We'll do that later.
Yeah, no. This is not a normal episode of the Whatnauts review show. This is just kind of a special walk down memory lane. It's kind of a redo of something we tried to do for episode 300, and then our file got corrupt or something like that, and it didn't work. So it's now been a good number of months since we've had the conversation that we're going to have again. So I've completely forgotten all of the stuff. I know that you had said, hey, feel free to keep adding to your list. I did not, because I was like, I kind of want to go in blind because I don't remember what my lists were. But
I updated most of mine.
I'm sure we'll add to them as we read them all out. But yeah, special episode, walk down memory lane. We have a bunch of lists. Top whatever number lists. I think, Melissa, you said your biggest one was 20. I think I have some that are like as small as like 4 things on there. But we just have a bunch of, here's our top however many lists, and it's all sorts of different things. Favorite comics, favorite horror stuff that we've covered on the review show, favorite I did have one on my list, like character made ups that did not happen. Stuff like that. So I think we're gonna have some fun. It'll be a good trip down memory lane, reminiscing. Indeed. Melissa, where should we start? Do you want to go first?
I will. I have a list of the top 10 new movies that I watched as part of the review show. These are movies I had never seen before. They're very, very loosely ordered. I think the number one's number one with a bullet. 2 through 10 I could move around, but
okay.
Number 10, Titan. Number 9, Annihilation. Number 8, Michael Clayton. Number 7, The Handmaiden. Number 6, In Bruges. Number 5, Suspiria, parentheses, both. Number 4, Split. Number 3, Swiss Army Man. Number 2, The Power of the Dog. And number 1, the entire Mission Impossible series.
Cool.
The one we talked about, we just talked about up through Fallout. This was a number of years ago.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, I actually, when I was on the phone with my parents right before we recorded this, recommended Michael Clayton to them. My dad put me on the spot and was like, "Now, what are some of your favorite movies?" And I was like, in the mood for love, Parasite. I don't know." It's like, oh, you guys might like Michael Clayton. That was a really, really good one that I enjoyed. You guys might like that.
Great for parents.
Yeah. Oh man. So my biggest list is 15, I believe. 15. So I might start with that one because it's a very similar list. It's not new to me, but it's like these were my favorites, the best of the best in what we covered on the review show here. And these are in no particular order for me. The Artist. Remember that one? I really loved that one.
I barely remember that one.
To be honest, couldn't tell you the plot, but I had a great time watching it. A man is an artist. He has a dog. Might be worth a revisit. It was all in black and white. It was silent. I was like, oh, this is awesome. You don't get stuff like this, you know? Birdman, or the whatever the super long actual name of it is. Attack the Block. That one's still you know what? That one should go up there on like my list of favorite movies. Attack the Block, just incredibly good. Halt and Catch Fire. That entire show was incredible. I every now and then I was like, I should rewatch that show. It's so good. Rest in peace, Kentaro the Sweet Tooth Salary Man. Did not get a second season, but it absolutely deserved one. Still a show I think about daily. So good. And like good to recommend to people as like a real hidden
I've recommended
gem.
It a lot.
Yeah. In the Mood for Love, one that I mentioned earlier. That's a great one. Power of the Dog, you had that one on your list too. The Handmaiden, you had that one as well. The Wages of Fear, and I still have not seen the other one. Sorcerer, yeah, still have not watched that one yet, but I really enjoyed The Wages of Fear. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage, that was a great one. True Detective, gotta love that show. And for the review show, we only covered season 1 in particular. Mindhunter. Netflix just bought Warner Brothers for some absurd amount of money, and they could have spent it on Mindhunter season 3. That's all I'm saying.
I would love to see what a $30 billion Mindhunter season 3 is.
Yes.
How do you spend $30 billion exclusively on Mindhunter?
Yeah, I would love that. Persona, Ingmar Bergman's Persona, the only, I think, Swedish director that we've covered on the show. Swiss Army Man, that one was fantastic. And then Human Target, to throw a comic book on there. That list, I think, pretty much remains unchanged since this. I don't think anything we've really done most of this year hits those heights.
May I remind you of the things we've talked about since we originally put together these lists for episode 300?
Actually, that is a great idea.
Since episode 300, we've covered Looney Tunes Back in Action. I'd be shocked if that comes up this evening. Zodiac, Zatanna, the X trilogy of X, Pearl, and Maxine, Contact, Escape at Dannemora, Season 1 of Severance, the Bourne franchise, Sunshine, For All Mankind, Love Everlasting, those Mobile Suit Gundam compilation movies.
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive, I Was a Teenage Wereskunk, I Think You Should Leave, the X-Files movie from the 90s, the comic series Faith, Superman, just old Superman, Le Mans, Raising Arizona, Poker Face, The Terrifics, another comic series, the novel Secret Identity, Paul Thomas Anderson's The Master, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, and The Americans.
Yeah. Melissa, I heard something about Poker Face today that as I was listening to a podcast, I don't know when this news came out, so I don't know if it happened this week or it's, just something I missed in the past. It's been canceled, not getting a season 3, but apparently Rian Johnson is shopping it around now as an anthology, and the whatever this next season or two would be would star Peter Dinklage as Charlie.
I heard this.
Yeah,
that he's like, if you're not going to continue this Poker Face, let me pull out an idea I've had in my back pocket, which is to make this an anthology show where Charlie Cale is the same character, but played by wildly different
Doctor
performers.
Yeah, like Doctor Who. I think that's awesome. That's so cool.
I love it.
I'd totally be down.
And there's no transformation sequence like in Doctor Who. It's just Natasha Lyonne walked out one door, Peter Dinklage walked in another.
To be honest, now that you mentioned that, I would like to see like a magical girl moment for Charlie whenever she's in detective mode or he is in detective mode, right? Like imagine Peter Dinklage doing the Sailor Moon like thing there. It would be amazing.
Right. And he just transforms
Woman,
into
Linda Cardellini spin, right? Amazing.
He transforms into, I hope it's still the same Charlie Cale wardrobe with the big belt buckle and the hat that says my other hat is a Stetson. Still constantly drinking a tall boy of Miller Lite.
Amazing. Yeah, I heard that on a podcast today and was like, how did I miss that? So good stuff.
My next list is my top 8 complete new TV shows I watched, again, because of the review show. I did not include any shows I had ever watched prior to the review show. So The Venture Brothers isn't on here. Fringe isn't on here. And I only include shows that have concluded. So Severance isn't on here. The Bear isn't on here. And I didn't include anything that was like an anthology where one season was standalone, like True Detective or The Terror. Remember The Terror?
Oh yeah. I still think about that one every now and then. In fact, I was watching the new Frankenstein. I was like, The Terror.
Yep. Bring it back. These are my top 8 And some of these shows we started on the review show. We only watched season 1, and then later I finished it in my own time.
Mm-hmm.
Top 8 shows. Number 8, For All Mankind. Number 7, The Leftovers. Number 6, The Good Place. Number 5, Pen 15. Number 4, Servant. Number 3, The Americans. Number 2, Mr. Robot. And number 1, my sweet, precious Halt and to Catch Fire. We watched this show like 4.5 years ago, and I think I've thought about it weekly, if not daily.
Rent free in my mind. Those opening credits are incredible. The characters are awesome. I still think about him just in his backyard digging a hole when he saw the guy get electrocuted. Right? There's so many moments that are just like, what is happening? This is great. Anyways. Yeah, that's a good list there. I'm trying to think if there were shows that then I went on to finish on my own that we did.
The After Party?
Yes, yeah, that is one that I did do on my own, which I still highly recommend. That second season is fantastic. Also one I wish got a third season that did not.
Let's keep partying.
Right, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go for best comics that we've read on the show. You guys know I'm a big comic book nerd. We read some fun, interesting comics. Also some ones that were just like, all right, it's a comic. There you go.
Yeah.
But I think the 5 best ones that we did here on the show was The Many Deaths of Lila Starr, Black Hammer, which I guess I could almost count that as one that I like went back into and continued to read some stuff. There's still a bunch that I have not read from that universe. I think that they have a new book that came out in the past like year or so that's also set in that Black Hammer universe. But Black Hammer was fantastic. I now own the like big library editions, like nice. The hardcover. Yeah, real nice stuff. Human Target, which I'm also waiting on a collected hardcover on that. They have like like 2 of the like here's volume 1 and volume 2 in their hardcovers, and those look nice, but I want the like one big one, and I don't know if they're putting that out. Here's one that could also fit in a like one that I still really want to go back to: Strangers in Paradise.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed what we read. It's been so long that I don't remember. I would have to start from square one. Yeah. But I was interested in that. And I remember it like, where we ended, it was just really starting to get good here of like, I think there's been a murder and like now it's a crime like comic, and I'm into that stuff. So I remember that being fantastic. And then Something is Killing the Children. Still one of my favorite ongoing comics right now.
Mm-hmm. You bring that up a lot.
Yeah, we had some news recently on that it's being optioned for a show and an animated show at the same time or something. So looking forward to that. Those are my top 5 favorite comics.
I have a top 3 favorite comics. They are Shiver, Black Hammer, and Irredeemable.
Yeah. Irredeemable's good. I like that one a lot.
I gotta read that one again. I gotta see if I can track down a physical copy of it, because I'd love to own it. And it's not that long.
It's not that long, and I think they recently put out a new like collected version of it. If you just want the like, hey, here's the whole thing all in one thing. It's I think it's fairly recent, because I have one in my Amazon list, and I know that's not the like most updated version of the collected one. I think they put out a new one. So keep that in mind. Be like, hey, mom,
Okay.
for Christmas, I know what I want.
I'd like to pair that top 3 list with another top 3 list, my top 3 audio fiction podcasts we've ever covered. My list is The Left Right Game, The Fearsome Morning, and King Falls AM.
Yeah. Good stuff. Let's see. You know, it's been a while since I've listened to a good audio fiction on my own.
Yeah. I just don't have time anymore.
I know the Bright Sessions was recently celebrating some big anniversary. I think for them it's also 10 years too, because I remember following them on Tumblr, and they followed us on Tumblr before they were like big and well known. Now they're all super famous and on to bigger and better shows, and that one still lives in my heart. Bright Sessions, great stuff. All right, I'm gonna go for a fun one here. Best small weirds is what I'm calling
I've got a list of these too.
Good. I have my top 6 small weirds. Rubber, the movie about the sentient tire. Velocipaster is on there. Titan. That movie's so weird. Under the Silver Lake, which is just bizarre. That you can't not put that on there. And then, funny enough, the same podcast that I heard the news about Poker Face, they also referenced The Prisoner, which is on my list here.
Normally so small weirds is our term for a movie we think is an indie movie, but we're not going to check what studio put it out or what the budget was. It just feels small.
Yeah.
And it definitely feels weird.
Yeah.
We've never expanded this to include television shows before. It's always been films.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had that one on the list, so that was on there for our original 300, but I would still put that on just small weird, because he's like, it feels like a small show because they are so confined to that space, even though it is like, you have this island, right? But it's just so weird, man. And if you think the show is weird, wait till you get to the finale where it just goes off the rails.
I wish we could do that. I wish that our finale ended the way that The Prisoner ended.
Yeah, we need to bring in number 3, and it's a third person. And then last but not least, Kroll, the like 80s fantasy sci-fi movie. Oh. God, what a weird little movie that was, but like delightfully entertaining in a strange way.
Have you seen Legend? Did I tell you about Legend?
I don't think so.
Legend is a movie from the 80s, another fantasy adventure like Kroll. Tim Curry plays the devil, and it's some of the best like special effects makeup you've ever seen. You're going to Google this and you're going to see the devil, and you're like, I've seen the devil before. I know this devil. It's got baby Tom Cruise in it, back when his teeth were weird. This is a beautiful, insane film. Do like Scott a
one here?
Yes, Ridley Scott Legend.
Yeah, that's a weird looking devil.
Double feature Kroll and Legend.
Weird. That guy's horrifying. Great looking makeup though. Yeah, let me see if I can get this on screen here. Do I have the right
let's all look together.
Screen? Oh, that is not on the right screen. It's not even showing anything. Let's go back to the podcast here. Anyways, yeah, that guy, it like almost looks like he's like Hellboy's evil brother. But this was made in that is actually really good prosthetic makeup stuff. That's awesome.
Right. Maybe we never would have gotten Hellboy if Legend hadn't come out first.
That's wild. And yeah, then I see whoever. Oh yeah, that's young Tom Cruise. Interesting.
I also have a list of small weirds. So I'm just going to name a lot of the same things you just did, but more because I have a list of 12. In no particular order, I'd like to celebrate Rubber, The Velocipaster, Titan, Swiss Army Man,
Yes.
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, The Love Witch, Primer, the smallest and weirdest of them all, perhaps, The Vast of Night, The Kid Detective, I Was a Teenage Wereskunk, Under the Silver Lake, and we forget that it did originally start out this way, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, good small weird.
Once
Napoleon
it was small
Dynamite.
and weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are some good ones, some good additions to that.
I forgot about my flowers.
Oh.
So we talked about kind of making this an awards show. And I thought about having some dumb little figurine to hand out as a trophy. And then I thought about pageants. Like when a woman wins Miss America, they go up on stage with a crown and a sash and a bouquet of flowers. And there's no other award where somebody goes up on stage and just hands you flowers.
So who gets the flowers, or are you just holding them for the episode?
I'm gonna give the flowers to I Was a Teenage Wereskunk. It needs the flowers.
I think I Was a Teenage Wereskunk. Definitely a great small weird. I think you should leave. A good small weird. Yeah. That's one we can put on there for sure.
Servant is a small weird.
Yeah. In a very different way, but yes, yeah.
Right. Mini shows we've covered. 10-15. Hello Tomorrow.
Yeah, small weird is kind of an amorphous. You can define that as you will. Category here. All right, let's see. Let's get some notes up here. Best movies to put on mute or have on at a bar.
Perfect.
John Wick. Mission Impossible. Planet of the Apes. Fast and the Furious. And Napoleon Dynamite. Like, what a weird,
agreeable.
How you I feel like if you stepped into a bar and you're sitting there like hanging out with friends and you look up and you see Napoleon Dynamite playing on a TV, it's just like, yeah, I'd be like,
that's the rest of your evening.
Whoever put that on, thank you, right? Like, yeah. I remember one time we were at a bar. It was close to Halloween, I think, like a year or two ago, and they had Scooby-Doo on, like old Scooby-Doo cartoons on, and they were looking for, like, eventually, like, went to go look for something else to put on, and I was like, hey man, that's Scooby-Doo, I'm watching that. And I was like,
why? We all are.
Fantastic. Like, you don't need to switch that. He was like, all right, we're good then.
We all agree. I have a list of the top 5 things that we watched for the first time here on the review show.
Okay.
Some of these are things you would also watch for the first time, not just me.
Sure.
This is my The Hype is Real list, where I'd heard so much about it, and then I watch it, and yes, everything I'd heard was correct. It is that great. My top 5 list is The Bear, True Detective Season 1, Paddington 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
The Godfather trilogy. And number 1, Superman the movie. Yeah. I'd never seen Superman the movie, the original Richard Donner Superman, until this summer. Yes, it's a legend for a reason. That was so charming. So my bouquet of flowers to Christopher Reeve Superman.
Aw. He deserves it. Cheers to Christopher Reeves. Which we're supposed to get the first teaser for the new Supergirl movie this week.
Cool.
I saw James Gunn posting about that, and I guess today is also Nicholas Holt's birthday, the day that we are recording
I love
this.
That for him.
So, yeah.
I love Holt. Have we ever talked Holt on the podcast?
Oh, he had to have been in something, right? Did we do what was the no, I think we did that. We mentioned on the Captain's Log. I was going to say the Dracula one that he was in.
No, we never did Nosferatu. We never did Nosferatu or Renfield.
Renfield is the one I was thinking of.
I've told you about the menu a number of times.
Right,
yeah.
Maybe we haven't then.
Let's hold it up. Next year we will Holt and catch fire.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do. Let's do this one. Best robots. I have my top 5
I was also
robots.
just about to read best robots.
Let's do it.
I'm happy we're on the same page.
I have Canty from Fooly Cooly. I have Chopper from Star Wars Rebels, way back when we did both of those shows. Of course, we have to add in Helper from the Venture Bros. Viv from The Vision. That's their daughter. I like her a lot. And then Mr. Lynn Butlertron, aka Mr. B from Clone High.
Wesley.
Thank
you for invoking his name.
That's such a good show.
My top 5 robots are the mail robot that delivers mail around the FBI building from The Americans.
Yes. Great.
Aya from Green Lantern, the animated series. Baymax from Big Hero 6. Bender from Futurama. And Helper from the Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
My flowers to Helper, the glue that holds that family together.
He at least helps. God, yeah. Good robots. Okay, let's go up to best horror. Put this one on here. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Real short-lived comic, but the comic is fantastic. I actually just finally went through and watched the entirety of that show not too long ago, right around Halloween time. Wasn't big on the show. It was fine. It was all right. Harrow County, still one of my all-time favorites. I think about that one a lot. Of course, in our Grand Prix, our end of the year Grand Prix, we will continue to give out our Skin Boy award of
the Skin Boy Memorial Award for supporting players.
I never remember.
Yeah, after all these awards, we still have more awards we have to do next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Harrow County is fantastic. That was also a comic that you guys should check out. I think since we've covered it, they also now have a board game, and I think they have an official soundtrack that you can listen to, which is interesting. Something like that. There was something else that I was like, didn't know that they'd be doing something like that. Suspiria. Both the old, especially the old one, but the new one too, just because of the double performance there that blew my mind. But I'm glad we watched that one, because that one has also, like, when we did like Ingmar Bergman's Persona, we did that one because I was like, let's do like film one, like let's educate ourselves in some more like cinema history. And I think Suspiria has paid dividends on that too. I now like understand a bunch more references to that. I hear people mention it all the time now that I'm sure I was like hearing and just not, I hadn't watched it. I didn't understand, but that one has proven to be a real good one. Servant is one that I want to go back to that I have not yet. Just because of how weird that show was.
Servant is 4 seasons. The episodes are short. It's like a drama, but the episodes are only like half an hour long. It's a quick watch. I found it a very rewarding watch to get all the way to the end. It's amazing how that show continues to propel itself forward when it is made out of such simple ingredients.
Nice. Heck yeah. One we already mentioned, The Terror. We only ever watched that first season. Didn't hear the greatest things about season 2. But man, what they did in season 1 was spectacular. That was awesome. Some great stuff. And then last but not least, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. I still think about that. Just that really long, slow shot of the disco ball spinning, them slowly getting closer and closer. Great stuff.
We love slow cinema here.
Yeah.
Make it slower, we say.
Indeed, yeah. That would have been a good list to make, the slowest moments. But yeah, that is my top 6 best horror.
I have a list of my top 9 villains.
Nice.
Not all of my... I've got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s, 12. I've got a bunch of weird numbers on all of my lists. Top 9 villains. The psychic kid from that one episode of Twilight Zone where he turns his dad into a Jack-in-the-Box. The other psychic kid from Looper.
Yeah. Still, also like the best performance we've seen in the entirety of the Whatnauts.
We talk about that little kid a lot. We don't even know that kid's name. We've never bothered to remember it or see what that kid grew up to do next. But we're just like, that kid in Looper, scary.
Real good, but scary.
The Atlantic Ocean from Titanic, a villain.
Yep.
The Zodiac Killer from Zodiac.
Great.
The concept of bureaucracy from Zodiac.
From everything.
The true killer. Bruce Campbell as the theater usher in Spider-Man 2 when he won't let Peter in to see Mary Jane's play.
He's not even a villain there. He's just a dick.
I think he's one of the major villainous forces in Peter Parker's life, right up there with Doc Ock.
Haunted.
From the X-Files movie, the bee that stung Scully just when her and Mulder were going to kiss.
And
now these are real ones that aren't jokes. From the TV show Review, Forrest McNeil's co-host, A.J. Gibbs.
Surprisingly great villain, yeah.
Yes. The long, slow burn that this innocuous, beautiful TV show hostess who's just like, what's coming up next? What are we going to do today? Has been pulling the strings and ruining this man's life for years. Great. I should have done a list of my favorite finales because the Review finale is one of them. And I think our top villain, I give my flowers to him as top villain, Danny Stevens from For All Mankind, especially when he kicked the robot dog.
Yeah.
That is also a fascinating twist.
Put him up there as best robot. Best robot. The little robot dog in space.
Robot dog. Robot dog on Mars. For that show to mostly be about like interpersonal dynamics and geopolitical situations and the pursuit of science in the future, for it to like halfway through the run decide we have a human villain now, and it's somebody who was a cute little boy in season 1 that just grew up wrong, and now he's just making the worst decisions possible and ruining everything, including a little robot dog.
What a dick.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a list because I had made best dicks.
Oh, yeah. Literal and metaphorical, yeah.
Oh, God. Then that means we'd have to count the ones we actually saw.
Which weren't many.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of seeing dicks, here's my top 7 biggest surprises.
Cool.
In the Mood for Love. One that I did not expect to like because it looks like a romance. It is a romance. It's a drama. It just does not look like it'd be a movie that I would like, except for the fact that it's like a indie art movie, right? If you count Wong Kar-wai as an indie director.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, absolutely was not expecting to like that at all, and just loved it. And when I was talking to my parents on the phone before this, being like, "What are your favorite movies?" Oh, I don't know. In the Mood for Love. I don't think they had seen it, but I was like, you guys had heard of the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. They were like, yeah, we've heard of it. And I was like, well, I saw In the Mood for Love like a handful of months before that came out, and like did not know that it would be referenced in in that one. And then I saw it and I was just like, I'm so glad I watched that, because now like everything fits together so much better. Yes. In that movie, knowing more of the cinematic references that they're making and stuff like that. And that one in particular stood out as like, I've seen that one, I know it. So that was fantastic.
When did that movie come out?
In the Mood for Love?
2000. Yes, yeah. I have seen this on so many lists of like the top movies of the 21st century. Like people are doing their 25 for 25 lists of films for the first 25 years of the century. In the Mood for Love is frequently on these lists.
Yeah.
It was a great investment watch for us.
I have since gone back to watch 2 more of Wong Kar-wai's movies. And yeah, he's an interesting one for sure. Haven't liked them nearly as much as I liked In the Mood for Love. Chungking Express is also pretty good. I really liked that one. I don't remember the other one that I watched, but it was like 2 gay men. It was like I think it had the word happy in the title. It was like Happy Together or something like that. I don't remember it. That one was real sad. Anyways, back to my list of biggest surprises. Birdman, also one that like I had heard a bunch of hype for. And you never really know how to take that, right? Of like, okay, do I believe the hype? Is this like, has it been hyped up too much? And yeah, I really, really loved it. Didn't know what to expect going in despite all of the hype, and it still like managed to surprise me and do all of this stuff that was just like, what am I watching? This is awesome. So good on Birdman. Attack the Block was also one that was just like, I remember seeing GIFs of this on Tumblr back in like 2010, 2011, and it was all over the place. And I was like, that looks neat. But that's it. And then I watched it and I was like, dang, That was real good.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Here's one we haven't mentioned yet. Midnight Diner.
Yeah.
What an incredible show.
Sweet time.
Yeah. Just a lovely,
also
lovely
a
show.
big dick in that show too.
Mr. Erect Okie. Yeah. Gotta love it. After that, The Great Pretender. This was an anime on Netflix that I like. Even since watching it and going back to head and shit, have not heard many people talk about. But it's always been one that I was like, that was really well done. I liked it. After that, Kentaro the Sweet Tooth Salary Man, up there in my all-time faves, of course. And last but not least, Swiss Army Man. Surprised at how much I liked that one too.
Speaking of Everything Everywhere All at Once, I like Swiss Army Man more than Everything Everywhere All
really?
at Once.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
I'd have to watch both of them again, but I think it's funny that the second film by this directorial team of the Daniels achieves this massive success. And their first movie doesn't get as much of a bump as I think it should have. People should have been going back to watch Swiss Army Man.
Absolutely. They've still, like, it did skyrocket them. So I feel like people are rediscovering their filmography, or even the TV that they like step into. Like, we directed an episode of Star Wars, Skeleton
The Turn
Crew.
Down for What music video.
Sure, yeah. There you go. I don't know.
They did direct that.
Amazing.
Lil Jon performed on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. He was on one of the floats, and he sang Turn Down for What. He did a medley of a number of his songs, including Turn Down for What, I think.
Yeah.
And I watched the parade with my mom on Thanksgiving, and then you have Savannah and Hoda just introducing all these acts, and they're like, and coming up next is Lil Jon saying, Turn Down for What? And my mom doesn't hear very well. And so she turns to me and she says, Turn up for what? I'm like, Mom, it's down. Mom. Down. I've never heard a single person confuse this phrase. Turn down. And it's not what the question, it's what the statement.
Yeah.
There is no what. The what is whatever you want it to be, Mom.
That's so funny. We're turning up? No, Mom, we're not partying. No, we're turning down. Go to bed. No more alcohol. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
At the end of your list?
Yes, I believe so. Yep, Swiss Army Man, number 7 on my list.
I have a list of my top 12 individual costume pieces from review show history.
Okay.
In no particular order. Darlene's heart-shaped sunglasses from Mr. Robot.
Great.
The Chicken Strip Club blazers from Community. The black trench coat with the rainbow lining from The Love Witch. Mr. Glass's purple coat from Unbreakable. The chador cloak, the fusion of traditional Middle Eastern garb and vampire wear from A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. That one episode of Fringe where they put Jean the cow in her own FBI jacket and hat.
Yeah. Yay, Jean.
The yellow suit from The Mask. The red jumpsuits from Us. James Bond's tiny powder blue swim trunks from Casino Royale. All of Charlie's belt buckles from Poker Face. And this is something I saw on screen first, and then we went back and saw it in a comic, and I'm like, good, I'm glad it's in the comic so I can look at it again. Mr. Terrific's Fair Play jacket.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep, that is an iconic thing of his outfit.
No other superhero has a jacket like that. No other superhero has like a defined jacket. To see a superhero who isn't just wearing like some sort of technical unitard is cool.
Right.
He's just wearing pants, shirt, jacket like a normal man.
He has a biker jacket, and it's just like, it's sweet. It says fair play. I don't know. I don't even know what that means, but sure.
If I gave the flowers to anything, I'm going to give the flowers to Jean the cow.
Yep.
Putting a full jacket and hat, putting a baseball hat on a cow is so funny.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm gonna go, since you mentioned fashion. Fashion often has lots of colors. I'm gonna go for my most colorful. I have 4 of them here. Which some of them are ones that you mentioned. The Love Witch. Great movie. Loved that one.
Yes.
Just so bright, so technicolor, right? Is what it looks like. The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, I think, also fit that of just that, like, real vivid blues and yellows and stuff like that. It just looks amazing. The Great Pretender. Again, that one just had a really interesting sense of color. The way they lit things and characters having funky hair colors and outfits, and it just looked good. It was fun to watch on screen. And then, of course, Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go.
Speed Racer,
most colorful
hard
ones
to beat. I'd throw in Pushing Daisies.
Yep.
That's a deeply colorful show.
I'm trying to think of something more recent that may have fit into that. Doom.
Pearl.
Yeah, you could almost do Pearl. Definitely not Zodiac. Arguably Looney Tunes, just by nature of it being Looney Tunes, but that's kind of it. Honorable mention to the Prisoner. I feel like it was maybe intended to be a lot more colorful, but just
just all the village wear.
Yeah.
All of the, like, nautical circus look that everybody's got going on.
Yeah, indeed.
I've got 2 paired lists I'm going to read.
Go for it.
These are my top 3 descents into madness.
Great.
The series finale of Review with Forrest McNeil. Where he has a chance to turn away and does not. He just keeps going. The episode of Mr. Robot, where Elliot runs down a hallway punching himself in the face.
Great.
And The Master, the scene where Joaquin Phoenix is just walking back and forth across a room, touching a window, touching a wall, and telling Philip Seymour Hoffman what he feels and what he senses. Yeah. And he does this literally all day. And they were trying to break him, and instead he broke Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Love it.
And now, Descents into Madness, Gordon edition.
Just all Gordon.
All Gordon from *Halt and Catch Fire*. When Gordon travels in a hurricane to buy his kid a Cabbage Patch Kid doll for her birthday. And it's like, Gordon, there's a hurricane. You're allowed to go home. It's not like her birthday is today. Just go home. And he bought a Cabbage Patch Kid off of somebody at work, and then it turns out he was scammed, and he opens the box and there's just a brick inside. And then he goes out in the hurricane, and all the stores are closed because there's a hurricane. So he takes the brick and he smashes a store window with it and steals a Cabbage Patch Kid. And then on the drive home, he sees that an electrical wire has come down and just electrocuted some poor stranger in the road. And he stares at him for a couple minutes, doesn't do anything, and then goes home.
What a day.
The episode where Gordon digs a big hole in the backyard because the sink was leaking. the sink was dripping, and he's like, there's something up with the pipes. And he just keeps following the pipes to the backyard, and his solution is to just dig a big hole in the backyard. And then Donna comes home from her business trip like, what have you been doing? Did you even feed the girls dinner? I made that lasagna. And he's like, I threw the lasagna away. And the episode where Gordon gets lost in a parking garage for like the whole episode. Just can't find his way.
Gordon's just having a rough go of it, man.
Gordon is my single favorite character in review show history.
He's a great one. Love us some Scoot McNairy.
Mm-hmm. What is your next list?
I mean, if you want to descent into madness, we could also put the finale of The Prisoner on there.
Yes. I feel like the prisoner himself retains his sanity. It is the show as a whole that goes mad and breaks apart.
Yeah. I'd put Zodiac in there just in the fact that they don't solve it, right?
Right.
What was I just thinking? Oh, the X trilogy with especially
definitely.
Pearl. Yeah, right. Descents into madness. I guess the whole thing of Mulholland Drive, would be a great one. And I think that's
just Mark Strong in Sunshine. When he looks at the sun for so long, he becomes a sun being.
Yep. There you go. And then arguably the entirety of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is just a descent into madness.
Yeah.
Though we do have a like not funny actual dramatic descent into madness from Paige in The Americans when she's like, I know something is happening. What? Why won't you tell me?
Paige is not well.
Yeah. So shout out to our descenders into madness.
Shout out to the Descendants.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to my best foreign shows or movies that we did here. Of course, gotta shout out Dark, one of my all-time favorite shows, period. Dark wraps up amazingly in 3 seasons. They keep it so tight-knit. It's just, like I don't think I've really ever seen a show have that big of a that like high of a concept and still just like let's just wrap this up, and you know like it works. Not like, oh, we got canceled and then we have to
tidy up here.
Let's just 3 seasons and we're done. That's it. That's all we need. Fantastic. RRR is spectacular. That was a great one. We went and we watched the original Godzilla. Fantastic one. Still looks incredible. There's some shots in that movie that just picture perfect, just pristine. They look so good. Ingmar Bergman's Persona. Perfect Blue, also a good descent into madness in that one there.
One of your favorites.
Perfect Blue. Mom, Dad, Perfect Blue. My favorite movie of all time. Perfect Blue.
Gotta find him a Perfect Blue lunchbox.
The 4K re-release that I went to go see in movie theaters is coming out and end of this year on like the 26th. So pre-orders already in my wish list. The Wages of Fear. I thought that one was a fantastic one as well for best foreign shows and movies. Parasite, also a great one. Midnight Diner, Kentaro the Sweet Tooth Salaryman, and In the Mood for Love.
Great.
I guess technically I could now put The Prisoner on there, right? That I think that was
British.
maybe one of the better, foreign things we've covered. trying to see what else there is here. Le Mans?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put that one up there as like one of the best things that we've watched, though. It was still really good. It was fun, but I don't know. Cool. That's my foreign shows and movies top 10.
I've got a list of I've got 3 lists that are kind of connected, if I can read them together. I've got
please.
top 5 needle drops, top 3 original songs, and top 8 song and dance scenes.
Great.
My top 5 needle drops are Carly Rae Jepsen's Run Away With Me, when Dom and Darlene are chasing each other through the airport in Mr. Robot.
Mm-hmm.
Pulp's Just Like a Friend from the Venture Brothers during Operation Prom. Minnie Riperton's Les Fleurs playing over the end of Us. Donovan's Hurdy-Gurdy Man bookending Zodiac. Mm-hmm. Probably the creepiest ever use of a needle drop.
Sure, yeah.
That are Zodiac and Us on the rare list of creepy needle drops. And finally, a funny one. In the TV show For All Mankind, an alternate history that looks at what if the space race never ended and for decades and decades, surpassing our own timeline, going into the future, space travel remained the number one priority for all countries around the world. We're in a season that takes place in the early 2000s, and there's an asteroid, and one character remarks to the other, "You want to help me steal an asteroid?" And then it cuts to credits, and then they start playing X gon' give it to you. Gon' give it to you.
I remember that, yeah.
I can't do it justice. Especially, we talked about a guy killing a robot dog, and when I say a robot dog, I mean like the little eye dog that you'd buy at Radio Shack, like not even like a real Boston Dynamics robot dog.
Yeah.
For All Mankind was such a dramatic show, but every once in a while they'd be like, time for a joke. And the joke is like, so absurd. Like they really save up all their points and then cash it in big when they want to make you laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
My top original songs. First, honorable mention, because it's not much of a song, but you and I still sing it all the time. From Clone High, makeover, 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 makeover,
makeover,
makeover. My original songs are the Monorail song from The Simpsons,
mm-hmm.
One Track Lover from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Yes, great.
And Jacket from The Venture Brothers, a song that just names off different types of jackets.
Yeah. Did we? I don't remember off the top of my head. Is the one they do in I Was a Teenage Were-Skunk? Is that an original song?
Of course it is.
Yeah,
it's about being a teenage were-skunk.
No,
I don't think
there is that one, but like isn't the one they do in the like donut shop there? Isn't that a different song?
So it's original.
Something like that.
I'd have to see it again, which is no chore. Happy to watch it again.
Right, yeah.
And my top song and dance scenes. Of course, the school election dance from Napoleon Dynamite.
All-timer.
The Daylight Come and I Want to Go Home dance in Beetlejuice, where they take over the dinner party. Putting on the Ritz when Frankenstein, Dr. Victor Frankenstein, and his creature dance to Putting on the Ritz and Young Frankenstein. That scene in The Leftovers where Kevin is in an alternate dimension or purgatory or limbo in between life and death, and he has to sing karaoke to save his life and go back home.
Yep.
The bit in the Brady Bunch movie where Dad's like, "Kids, we're going to Sears," and they just do a musical number in Sears. An actual serious, profound, affecting one in Mulholland Drive when they go to Club Silencio.
Right.
And the woman is lip syncing to the stunning opera number. And then halfway through the lip syncing, she like has a seizure and faints. So she's crumpled on the ground, but because she's been lip syncing, this beautiful vocal just keeps going while they're like tending to her on stage. Very creepy. In the Venture Brothers, after JJ dies and they have a funeral for him, and the way they honor him at the funeral is that Pirate Captain gets up there and sings by the Crash Test Dummies.
Oh, man.
And finally, the episode of Poker Face where Benjamin Bratt just says the lyrics to Blues Travelers, The Runaround, like it's profound thoughts on life and justice.
To be honest, that may secretly be one of my favorite jokes, like or
Yes.
like themes of joke, when characters say lyrics to a song, like don't sing it, but just say it, right?
Like in Nope, where he just says it was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
but like, yeah, like the fact that they can say it without starting to kind of get into the song, right, is so difficult. Yeah, and then for them to like actually act through it, like their character believes what they're saying, right? Or like you said, like is like, oh, this is some deep, profound, forbidden knowledge, right? And it's just like, no, it's a fucking song. Like, what are you talking about? Great stuff. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go down to I did that one. Let's do my 5 best sad sacks.
Yes, Kyle, this must be updated.
Yeah, this one will have some updates for sure. I think. But we got Jackson Lamb from Slow Horses. We got Miles from Sideways, played by Paul Giamatti.
Yes.
We got Abe Lincoln from Clone High. We got Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. And then we got Peter Parker in Spider-Man Blue. Because that comic is just so sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Just him being sad. Now, is any sad sack sadder than Stan Beeman?
I don't know. He is certainly up there on the sad sack list for sure.
Right, and you named all men. Who is our biggest female sad sack? And is it Martha?
No, because I feel like she ends up happy.
She gets there in the end, but there's points.
She ends up happy. But yes, you're right. There are certainly points where it's just like, oh, you are living this sad existence. I don't know. Women who are sad sacks. Oh, God, what's her name from Escape at Dannemora?
Oh yeah, Patricia Arquette, big sad sack.
Yeah, with some big sad sacks, if you know what I mean.
I did have a list of the best support. I considered putting together a list of best supporting performance by boobs. That's number 1. She beat Angeline.
Yeah, well, Angeline also is not like the supporting act in that she is the act.
No, the boobs are the supporting to like the overall character. It's like most plot relevant boobs. Boobs, like we talked about this in our Escape at Dannemora episode, that like the amount of cleavage she's showing like really means something. It's really a look into how she's thinking and feeling.
Yep.
How much of a push-up bra she's wearing.
Interesting. Sad sacks that are women. I don't know. Charlie from Poker Face? She's kind of a sad sack.
She's become quite content with her life. The woman from Happy Valley. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh.
I still see when like every once in a while. I don't remember if it's on Amazon or like HBO. It must be Amazon. I think where you sometimes get commercials for BritBox. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Whenever I see an advertisement for BritBox, I always see a clip of Happy Valley. They still put that in their commercials as like one of our best.
It was a good show.
Yeah, here you go.
A very upsetting show, like a very graphic crime show, but very well put together.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's about it. Yeah. That's an interesting one.
Back to a musical theme, I've got a ranking of TV show openings.
Okay, great.
Not just songs, but the whole opening credits for TV shows. I'm going to start at number 5 here, Mob Psycho 100, a show I barely remember anymore, but I do remember how good that song was.
Yep.
Number 4, Fringe. Fringe is a very simple, very brief opening credits, but this is a sci-fi show that like goes to different dimensions and moves backward and forward in time. And the way they're able to alter the opening credits to act like a key so that you always know where you are, that the credits reflect the setting you're in.
Yeah, absolutely.
No other show makes their credits as plot relevant as that. And I think that's cool. Number 2 and number 3, just two undeniable historical heavy hitters, although they're quite different from each other. The Simpsons and The Twilight Zone. Just can't really deny those. And number 1, Dark.
Dark, great. Yeah.
I had trouble getting into. Yes, the shots, the way they're edited, the mood, the atmosphere of it. Like I had trouble with Dark, but 100% that opening credits is the best part about it. It's one of the most singularly successful elements of any TV show I've ever seen.
Yep. Indeed. Let's see here. I have best double features.
Cool.
I got my top 5 here. So it would be Rubber and Titan. From a sentient tire to a woman having a tire baby because she had sex with a car.
Right.
Great. Love it. Up next, Hip Hop Family Tree and Straight Out of Compton. I think go hand in hand there. Murder on the Orient Express and Knives Out.
Yeah.
I think would be a good one.
Clear
there.
line there.
Mm-hmm. Parasite and The Handmaiden. I think some interesting stuff between those. Some good twists for sure. The Fifth Element, one we haven't mentioned before, and also Metropolis.
Yeah.
Some good old sci-fi.
Love a big city.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say the Fifth Element also has a real memorable like song performance happening in that with the alien on stage singing. That one always sticks in my mind too. So that's double features. Trying to think if there's anything else that we could then add to this one.
I mean, I think we did a great double feature when we watched Looney Tunes Back in Action and immediately followed it with Zodiac.
Incredible.
Some of these things have themes in common. Watch Paddington, then All of the Bear, then Paddington 2 and make a bear sandwich. Watch The Devil is a Part-Timer and then The Devil All the Time and you can see the devil get a promotion.
Yeah. That's so funny. Oh, of course, sideways and drops of God, right? Though two wine centric things we did.
We should have had some wine. Primer and Looper.
Mm-hmm. What was the there wasn't there something, another like action, was it Jumper? What am I thinking of?
Yes.
Primer, Looper, Jumper. Action, may I always that end in ER.
And the Equalizer, the Transporter.
Yeah. Didn't he do one, the Driver, or something like that?
I think I'd love to see which actor has the most titles in their repertoire, because it probably is Jason Statham.
It might be. Speaking of Jason Statham, he was at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Yuki Tsunoda is a big fan of Jason Statham. They've gotten to meet at other races in the past, but this was Yuki Tsunoda's last race.
I know.
And so they got to meet again in the paddock and do all that stuff. There were pictures out there, and it was just like, oh, Jason Statham there to be like, Yuki, I love you. I'll miss you.
It's so sweet.
Yeah,
it's happy they could do that for Yuki. I remember there was some race that had a rain delay, and to fill time, they were just playing like fun facts about the drivers. And it says Yuki's favorite movie is The Beekeeper. I'm like, The Beekeeper's 15 months old. What was it before then? What'd you do with your whole life before The Beekeeper came out?
He's like, yeah, Jason Statham.
I like him too.
Okay.
Speaking of Jason Statham, let me read my list of top 3 stunt sequences. The Halo jump into the bathroom brawl sequence. This is a pretty long extended sequence from Mission Impossible Fallout, but I'm like, I want both. I want the jump and the bathroom fight. In which Fast and Furious is this? F7? When they jump the car from one skyscraper to another skyscraper to a third skyscraper.
Love it.
And in Raising Arizona, the whole chase they go on when Nicolas Cage has to stop and get diapers. That's one of the most beautiful, frantic chase scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah. Indeed. So I'm realizing that I have some lists that probably could have matched up with some of yours that I'm now like, why did I not scroll down all the way? I have my top 11 audio dramas, which honestly just might be all of them. But
just everything we did, yeah.
Right, yeah. We did, actually, this might be all of them the way I'm looking at them here. The Fearsome Morning, great one.
Very
had some fun
silly.
With that. Bubble, which I think is also a comic book now or something. like that.
Yeah, it's been turned into a graphic novel.
King Falls AM, The Earth Collective. I really liked that one from what I remember of it. That was an interesting one where a train was just on an alien planet constantly moving. Hadron Gospel Hour, The Marvels, The Amalia Project, which is still going. I still see them putting out new episodes.
The Amelia Project is active. It does keep going.
Good on them. In Another Room, Passenger List, Brimstone Valley Mall, which it's been a while since I've heard an update from them, but I think they were really close to actually putting out season 2 of that at one point. I don't know what happened with that. And then, yes, the Left-Right Game. So shout out to all the audio dramas that we did.
Yeah.
There. And then I do have like an outfit / best dressed ones. Not as specific as your like, here are the like specific pieces on someone's outfit, but I put Starfire from Starfire and Teen Titans, even though
stylish.
she's usually fairly skimpily clad in that. The stuff she does have on is like, okay, you have some good fashion choices here. Big old hat that goes real well with your outfits. Ice from Human Target just always has some great dresses on, some awesome sunglasses, stuff like that. Lucifer from Lucifer. I feel like I'm almost in an outfit that he would wear on that, right? Except his would be a lot more tailored. But always had some nice suits on. And then I have Beth Harmon from Queen's Gambit. She always had some
when
great
she
stuff.
goes. I love the trajectory of her going to the department store and she can only shop in the clearance bin, and then she gets all her chess money and she's like, I own this department store, and then she looks so stylish.
Yeah. So there you go.
I have a few short. Let me read off a few singular awards, a few singular items I want to give somebody.
Sure.
Things that keep me up at night. I had when we did this for episode 300, I have a list of a number of other things. I've reduced it to only the end of the Americans because I keep having bad dreams about the end of the Americans. I had a dream that was just Philip and Elizabeth going to Russia and getting a 3-bedroom house because they're like, well, we need space for Paige and Henry. And Paige and Henry never show up, and just the two of them rattling around a house that's too big. Like, the end of that show is so hauntingly tragic. It's gotten into me in a weird way.
It is.
The Weird That It Happened Twice award goes to, in our many, many years here on the review show, covering over 300 different things, we've happened upon this very specific situation, not only twice in our history, twice this year. And that's that a Russian man is assassinated while he is shot in the head while he is eating an American fast food cheeseburger.
Yeah.
2 different burger shots.
Burger
Do you
murder.
remember in
Beef is Murder?
In I Think You Should Leave, there's the sketch where Tim Robinson's at the house party and the owners have a new baby and they're passing the baby around and they put the baby in his arms and the baby starts crying. And he's like, the baby's judging me. The baby knows I used to be an asshole, but I'm not anymore. And he keeps insisting, I was, but now I'm not. The I'm not an asshole, I used to be award goes to Joe McMillan in *Halt and Catch Fire*, but specifically season 2 Joe McMillan, when he's really trying to make up for being so shitty in season 1 and nobody believes him. He's been on a character growth journey that everybody else refuses.
Has just dismissed him, like, he'll never be that now. I don't believe
and he's
it.
Like, I'm a good man. I'm going to California. I'm good.
Look, I'm meditating. Look, I'm wearing like flowy pants, different outfits.
No,
like
that's like season 3, season 4, Joe. This is what I love about *Halt and Catch Fire*. It's a show that's really just like 4 main characters. Not to discount Boz, but he doesn't get quite as meaty as the main 4. And the journeys they go on, they are like different. They're so consistent. They're such deep characters, but they're like specific to each season. Like season 1 Donna and like season 4 Donna are completely different. Yeah. Season 2 Joe and season 3 Joe, different Joes.
Such a good show.
The award for a performance so good that I'm worried it has ruined me for other performances by this actor. Because I just want him to get... Be a creepy little kid again. Come on. Be evil on a train. The performance that is perhaps broken me, because all I ever want from this actor is this type of performance again. And that's Andrew Garfield in Under the Silver Lake, where he's just
So
like a
good.
slimy dumbass. Just like a guy who won't change his shirt and won't pay his bills.
Just always
and like
kind of
does
sweaty.
nothing. Right, always sweaty, always squirmy. He's like trying to hide behind a tree, and it's like, they can see you. Get out from behind the tree. And then he like runs and he falls over and he tries to climb a fence, and it's such good physical comedy.
Somehow ends up with the naked neighbor who's like 20 years older than him, right? Just living it up out there in LA.
Just staring while his apartment is raided. Just like, what am I gonna do?
No, well, I live here now.
I live with nude woman and bird. I'm the bird's dad. While we're at it, let me go through my list of the top 3 hardest times I've laughed.
Okay.
Watching anything. I did not update this to include Edie Gathegi saying, "Do you want to help me steal an asteroid?" And then they play, "X gon' give it to you." That's an honorable mention. I still have my original list, which is in The Power of the Dog, when Kirsten Dunst is playing the piano and Benedict Cumberbatch mocks her for it, and he keeps calling it a panano.
A panano. Panano.
In The Velocipaster, when there's the flashback to the war, and the guy's telling his war buddy that he's got like a girl at home he wants to get back to, and the war buddy's like, "God, you two look perfect for each other. Bet you're gonna get married and have a bunch of kids. You could have 5 kids." And then he stops and he thinks and he's like, "No, 12 kids."
Not 6. But right, like not even like one more, but still has to like 12 kids. That's a good number.
You must have 12.
Oh,
and
man.
In an otherwise very dramatic and cathartic episode of *Halt and Catch Fire*, Joe McMillan, Lee Pace's character, this is in season 4, and over the course of these 4 seasons, you've seen Gordon and Donna's little girls grow up, and one of the daughters, Haley, has grown up to become kind of a comedy nerd. Like, she loves SNL, she loves stand-up comedy, she's got 2 different They Might Be Giants posters in her bedroom, and Joe has to drive her somewhere. And the 2 of them have become close over the years. He's like another father figure to her. She's sitting in the car with her headphones on, and he's like, "Why don't you put your tape in the tape player? Like, come on, like, I'm cool, just play your music for me." And you're expecting some like cool, hip young person music, some alt rock of the 90s. And she puts the tape in, and what plays is fish heads, fish heads, roly poly, fish heads, fish heads, fish heads, eat them up, yum. And you see just for a second, he's like, "I'm going to be the cool uncle and I'm going to like her music taste." And then any sense of comprehension just drains out of his face.
So funny.
And she just she doesn't react. She's like, "Okay, fine," like puts the tape in and continues moodily staring out the window. Like, fish heads is the music that represents her feelings.
She's brooding to fish heads.
Brooding to the best of the Dr. Demento collection.
God, that's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I had one here just a second ago. Where'd it go? My 3 best himbos.
Good.
Tatsu from Way of the House Husband. Gotta love him. He was great. Fred from Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then Gene from Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh, yeah. Christopher Maloney.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. I don't
that's a
know
good list.
If anything. I mean, I guess you could say what's his name from X-Files. good is good
Mulder.
himbo. Yeah.
Sure. I feel like Mulder's a little too smart to be a himbo. You have to be like well-meaning but exceptionally dumb. Like you can't. Fred Jones is the smartest a himbo is allowed to be.
Yeah.
He's the upper limit. He's a genius among himbos. Dr. Lucien Sanchez from Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Yep. He would be a great addition there. Honestly, what's his name for the main character from I Was a Teenage Were Skunk? Also, great himbo.
Billy Ray Cyrus in Mulholland Drive when Justin Theroux comes home and his wife is sleeping with Billy Ray Cyrus. So he retaliates by taking her jewelry box and pouring a can of paint in it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if we have any other
ones. Our top here. Herbo, Red Sonja, Starfire.
I've never heard anyone use the term herbo.
Really? I feel like I hear it a lot.
Because the term himbo comes from the term bimbo, which but I can see an argument for herbo of like tomboyish version of that.
Herbo's just, I can't quantify this to you. It's just a girl himbo. It's just Starfire.
But like I would almost put Starfire more in the bimbo category than herbo, and you were maybe onto something with Red Sonja of the like that like you could see that same kind of behavior from Conan, right? From Arnold Schwarzenegger playing it, right? Like that's like she's that's a herbo. that makes sense.
I feel like bimbo does not connotate strength, and for some reason going to himbo and then going to herbo carries the strength of himbo. Herbo is strong.
Sure, yeah.
Herbo can fight you.
Himbo, herbo, verbo. Full homes.
Himbos. We got all kinds.
Let's see here. That was I guess that was mine. So what's your next one?
Oh, I've got a lot of lists. I've got
1, 2, 3.
I have 10 more lists.
4. Oh, I have 5 more left. So do 2, and then I'll do 1, and then you can do 2, and we'll just go that way.
Top 5 celebrities playing themselves.
Great.
Leonard Nimoy in the monorail episode of The Simpsons when he comes to cut the ribbon on the new monorail.
Yep.
And and Mayor Quimby makes a Star Wars joke at him, and he's like, "Don't you know who I am?" And he's like, "I think so. Aren't you one of the little rascals?" Wax Larry King from Gravity Falls from the Wax Museum episode.
Right, yeah.
Leonard Maltin as himself in Gremlins 2, reviewing the movie Gremlins 2 inside the movie Gremlins 2.
Love it.
Lance Bass from NSYNC in Review with Forrest McNeil when somebody challenges Forrest to review what it's like to go to space. And Lance Bass is also on his space voyage. And Mark Lynn Baker in The Leftovers when he has to confront that all the other cast members of Perfect Strangers got disappeared and he didn't. And he's like, why? What does this mean?
Why me? That's great.
And my top 5 stories where a man enters your life and just completely takes over and changes the course of your entire life. Or he walks in and you're like, guess this is all I do now is just him and what he wants to do. This is something because normally the guy entering your life is taller than you are. You've dubbed this the buckle up shorty storyline. So these are our top 5 buckle up shorties. Halt and Catch Fire, The X-Files, Sherlock, the Tick, and the Master.
Yeah. Yeah. Those all are perfect examples of that.
The Tick is such a himbo.
Oh, yeah. Top himbo, the Tick.
The Tick. I want a wall calendar that's 12 months of sexy the Tick.
It'd be the himbo and the twink, and it's just him and what's his name, the mock guy,
and Arthur. Yeah,
and Arthur.
What's one of your lists?
Were you gonna do 2 lists, or was that 2?
Did I not do two? I did my celebrities as themselves and my buckle up shorties.
Okay. So let's see. I did that one. I'm gonna save that one for last, because that one's a shout outs list.
Oh right, I gotta update my shout outs.
Here's just ones I remember the least. I'm in love and it's the end of the world. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what happened in that. One we actually kind of already mentioned, The Devil All the Time. I know Spider-Man is in it, right?
Right. For some of these, I can give you a 1-sentence log line and nothing else. If it's like a Western movie we watched, I can name some of the actors, but like, I know Robert Pattinson plays like a weird preacher in it, but like, what else happens?
The Incredible Jessica James. The Gray Man. The one, by all means, should have been a blockbuster hit. And it was just so bad.
I think that is our most wasted episode, The Gray Man. Because Chris Evans is in it and he wears a nice sweater, but if you want that, you can just go watch Knives Out again.
Yeah. It's like the cast should be incredible. The scenario, like everything on paper sounds like, oh yes, this will be awesome. And one, it was just really bad. So it's not that I don't remember. It's just like I've tried to wipe it from my memory. Like I don't want that in there. It's a waste of space.
I think we don't do the episode anymore where you just wander into Netflix and you're like, oh, I just found 3 like Netflix original movies. I don't know what they are.
Bring it back next year, it's not
we liked Stowaway, but other than that has not been a fruitful path of exploration.
Iron or the War After was a comic that we read in the early days. Melissa, you weren't on that one.
No.
One of the rare ones that you were not on. And then The Forest. One that I think about a lot, but I don't really remember what happened in that, besides like, ooh, small town French crime show sounds up Kyle's alley, right? Something with a forest. It's sentient.
Didn't quite have the goods.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were the ones I remember the least.
I've got a similar list.
Okay.
This is our top 3 folie à deux. Folie à deux, a madness shared by 2. These are the top 3 things that I have never heard a single person but you and I ever mention. So how do I know we didn't just make them up? Like, these are things that like sound like we made them up for a creepypasta, like that challenge I gave you.
Right,
You came up with the Scarecrow of Romney Mars. You know, there's this one show where it's like episodic, it's like an anthology, and there's one episode where Patton Oswalt fights a bunch of monsters in a theater, and there's another episode with a big flesh computer cube, Dimension 404. You've heard of Dimension 404, right? Crickets.
oddly enough, that one is maybe one of our more popular YouTube episodes. It's so wild. I'm like, why? Why is anyone watching this?
Because no other person has spoken of it.
Right.
And the fact that nobody is speaking of these shows is not like a judgment call. I think it's only it's not a judgment on the property itself, just on the sheer amount of content in the world and how rare it is that you're going to wander down the same path as somebody else and click on the same thing, because there's just too many things to click on. Imagine us at the bar trying to convince somebody, no, there's a show where Billy Crudup sells timeshares on the moon. It's full of robots. Hank Azaria's in it. Hello Tomorrow? You don't know Hello Tomorrow?
Funny enough, I did see. I saw an article going around with the new Pluribus show that's on. They're like, of course, people are recycling their articles of like Apple like secretly has some really good shows, especially in the sci-fi genre.
Yes,
and one of its best ones is one that only got a single season, and it had the picture of him. I was like, that's Hello Tomorrow. I know that one. I've watched it.
We did it.
Yeah.
And number one, a show that we've mentioned multiple times this episode, we talk about a lot, we love, we recommend to people. I've never run into a single person in the wild who's ever seen Kantaro the Sweet Tooth Salary Man.
Yeah.
And again, when we describe it, that it's about a like Japanese businessman who has a secret desserts blog, and he sneaks away from his job to go eat desserts. And when he eats the dessert, he enters this like transcendent state of mind where he imagines he is the dessert. This sounds fake.
Yes, this like orgasmic experiences eating these foods sends him into some plane of existence known only to him, and somehow his mom gets involved down the road. I remember that.
God, his mom's a dentist, so he has to hide his love of sweets from her. Was that true?
I think so. I think it was something like that. The show is so ridiculous. It's so good, though.
So fun. I do always recommend it to people, especially as a substitute, because I'm not super into anime, and I'm like, but here's another live action piece of Japanese entertainment you could try. Yeah. See, I have something I can bring to the table.
Yeah. It's good.
And people are just like, but do you know Chainsaw Man? And I'm like, no, I don't know what that is.
I know chainsaws and I know men.
Evil Dead? Is that what you're talking about? The Evil Dead? No? These are the top 6 lines I won't stop quoting to myself. From the X-Files movie, where those firefighters get exposed to an alien parasite, and the secret government guys come in and seal off the hole in the ground with the guys, and the head of the firefighters or the police chief or whoever he is just like, what about
my man?
There's a random line in Hannibal that has always stuck with me when Hannibal's talking to Lawrence Fishburne, and he says,
Hannibal until now. Great one.
I know, where have we been? This killer you are looking for. I think I can help Goodwill. See his face. I like just do that to myself and try to do a Mads Mikkelsen, which is really difficult. In season 4 of *Halt and Catch Fire*, where Joe and Cameron are going to get back together, and Gordon's trying to stop them because he's like, you guys have tried to be together before and it like destroyed you. He's like, that was bad for you. And he's like, Joe, you in particular, the last time Cameron broke up with you, you were so depressed. And he's like, you guys think you have stuff in common. You don't. You just tear each other apart. It's like you're a train and she's a train. And you think, oh, we're going to get along great because we're both trains. No, the 2 trains just run into each other. From Us, when Underworld Lupita Nyong'o is introducing you to her freak children, and she says about her son, "He was born to love fire."
I feel like they would have some good conversations with Bane from the Batman. Darkness? I was born in darkness.
I think the Bane impersonations were so strong. We had to wait like a good long time for that to die out and go dormant before Lupita Nyong'o could do that role.
Yeah.
And I don't know who our next actor is who sounds like that. I don't know. Maybe Tom Hardy's going to be back in the Odyssey and he's going to sound like that again. Maybe Lupita's in the Odyssey. Maybe she's going to sound like that again. Time to dust off the old weird gravel voice. Let's do it. In Gremlins 2, the new batch, one of the TV shows that they film in Clamp Tower's TV station is a microwave cooking show. And it's like Microwave with Marge, and Marge is cooking something with some cooking sherry. And she's like, some people use a little, I use a lot. And she takes a big glug of sherry.
Love it.
And finally, from the movie Titanic, when Billy Zane does something patronizing to Kate Winslet while they're at dinner, and Kathy Bates leans over like, "You gonna cut her meat for her too, cow?"
Great.
I think about that single line so often. I don't know why it's these 6, but there they are. Thank you.
Good. I'd have my top 10 good classics that we watched.
Good.
Just some good old classics. We watched E.T., a classic. Little Shop of Horrors, a classic. Bram Stoker's Dracula, a classic. Dr. No, a classic. Fifth Element, a classic. Godzilla, a classic. The Godfather trilogy, also a classic. Titanic, a classic. The Muppets Christmas Carol, a classic. And North by Northwest, also a classic.
Hooray.
Yeah. We watched some, like, I like that we've gotten a good mix of stuff. We have done things that no one else has heard of. We have done classics. We have done stuff that, like, fans of the genre will like these ones. Right. Or, right, here's the artsy ones that we did. Here are the just fun, dumb ones that we did, you know?
We do highbrow, we do lowbrow, we do things we never, like, why have we never seen The Godfather? And also things that are exact, specific, like targeted right at you and I.
Mm-hmm.
We try new things, we try old things. We've been everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere, man.
I have my top 8 wettest movies.
Heck yeah.
Time for the Wet Awards. Number 8, Pokemon the first movie. It rains a lot, and then the Pokemons are in like goo tubes, and then they all cry when Ash dies. That's a lot of moisture.
I cried when Butterfree left in the show. Bye-bye, Butterfree.
Bye-bye. Number 7, the Super Mario Brothers movie, because it's just dripping in the whole movie. The dripping is plot relevant. Number 6, The Faculty, because the aliens gotta have water, and there's the one shot of Robert Patrick just standing out in the middle of the lawn sprinklers, menacingly. Mm-hmm. Number 5, Swiss Army Man, because he has to ride the farting corpse across the ocean to get back home. Number 4, canonically the sweatiest movie ever made, The Wages of Fear.
Yep.
Number 3, because it takes place on a boat, Serenity.
God. What a weird... that was also what I completely forgot that we did.
Number 2, Weathering with You. Massive floods. And number 1, Titanic. Hard to beat Titanic.
Where do we get in that list? This might be a number 9, but we mentioned Under the Silver Lake, and what a sweaty performance that was.
God, that was close. I had a number of things that could have been like 9 and 10, and I cut it down to like, I think I've got a tight 8.
Cool. It's stuff that was.
This is a very. I've got a very Melissa list. This is a list of big things that are large, and it's things that are big and fictional. I thought about the scene in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol where he has to scale the outside of the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. But I'm like, that's real. I'm not going to count real stuff. The Titanic was real. This is big fictional things. Number 10, from the movie Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It's not the City of a Thousand Planets. It's when Laureline has to wear that big hat with like a plate on top of it and bring dinner to the alien. Number 9, the inflatable Gary Busey from The Leftovers.
Yes.
The inflatable Gary Busey that's like 3 stories tall and is in the town square. Number 8, from the Muppet movie, when Animal eats the big pills and he grows real big and his head pops out of the building. Number 7, the big iron outside of town in FLCL.
Yes, yeah.
And then later when the big hand comes to grab the iron. Number 6, the train from the Earth Collective, where all the people who are alive live on one big train.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, the machine from Contact, the big twisty gyroscope machine that's going to send Jodie Foster to talk to the aliens.
Yeah, it's huge.
Number 4, Mogo, the planet that's a Green Lantern. Number 3, Lumen, like the Lumen Industries basement where the severed floor. How big is the severed floor? It goes on forever.
Yeah. True that.
Similarly, number 2, the basements from Us, where the Us live. How big is that? All of Earth?
Right. Tunnels. Secret tunnels.
And number 1, maybe the biggest thing of them all, the house from House of Leaves.
Indeed. Unending.
Big.
My next list. It's ones that unfortunately, I just wish they were a little bit better. Because maybe I liked it, or it started out really good and just didn't stick the landing or something like that, right? I have Department H, underwater murder mystery that's like a crime noir comic. The name Department H also spells depth, right? Great stuff. Like you're hitting all the right notes here. And then I don't remember me liking it that much. Also one that I guess I don't really remember exactly what happened in that, but still. The animated show, The Dragon Prince. I know it went on to do a handful of other seasons since we watched that first one, but it really felt very in the moment it felt very promising as like some of the same people who worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender coming over to work on this show. And then I think one of the creators had some scandals, and the whole thing was just like kind of petered out for me real fast. We already mentioned this. The Forest. Again, sounds like a real Kyle show. Small town crime show. Something weird in the forest is happening. Just didn't have that X factor. Serenity. This is maybe one of the weirdest movies I've ever watched, because the first half of that, great. Like, honestly, pretty good. Something weird is happening. I want to know. And then the twist comes, and it's just like, oh.
And it's... I'll tell you, It's a twist you truly cannot see coming. This is not the sort of thing where you're like 10 minutes in, I get it. This is the bad guy. I know what's going on. You won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And once you find out what's going on, you probably won't be happy with it. But Serenity is such a one-of-a-kind movie. Like, I'm happy we watch it. I would tell somebody else to watch it just for the hell of it. Like, there's only one Serenity.
Yeah.
There's only one movie like this. I mean, there's another movie called Serenity. It's the Firefly movie. That's not
arguably a much better movie. Up next, one that I know you appreciated, and I did too. I just thought the ending was abrupt, and that's The Vast of Night.
Yeah.
It was just an abrupt ending.
It's a movie that you expect to have a twist, and then there's no twist. Like, it just sort of is exactly what it is. And I kind of admire the audacity of, no, it's just that. We don't have anything else up our sleeve, but I can see how it is frustrating.
Right. We read a comic book called Live Wire. So it was fine. I like the character in general. I just thought the comic was kind of largely uninteresting. Right.
It's a one that's big on like moral questions. Like, there are some interesting quandaries in Live Wire.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like any of the action or like most of the characters' names or anything like that.
Yeah. Another one that we briefly mentioned already, Stowaway. I liked it enough. I wish I liked it better.
Yeah.
Because get like interesting premise, interesting problem. But again, right? Like what you said was just like, they just don't really have anything else up their sleeve besides, extra guy.
Right.
That's it.
What if extra guy?
But yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. The Watermelon Woman is one I had on here. Liked it. Interesting. Like that we picked that one out from an Easter egg from Yellow Jackets. Thought, hey, this might be an interesting thing to check out and see. Had its moments for sure. Not sure if I really connected with. I mean, obviously, I'm not a gay woman, but
right. It is a historic piece of like Black queer cinema.
Right.
It's got this interesting format to it. It's got one very good joke, which is when the main character's like friends drag her out on like a double date, a blind date with this other woman. Who they keep trying to set her up with, and they go out to karaoke. And you expect the joke that like this blind date woman is going to be terrible at singing, like loud, screechy, off key. And instead, she gets up there and just has the tiniest, softest, mousy little voice.
It feels like a joke from Seinfeld.
No, but like you expect her to be bad in a big way. I was shocked that she was bad in a small way. I'm like, I've never seen that joke played that way before or since. I'm like, that's a very unique joke. I appreciate that.
Right. In the way that Seinfeld did, like, oh, she has man hands, or like, oh, she's a close talker, right? Like, this is a similar kind of thing. Like, oh, she's this like mousy, squeaky, low volume talker of just like, what's happening? But yeah. The last two on this list, Mockery Manor. This was an audio drama that we listened to. I think good premise, great performances from what I remember, and production. I just don't know if it really worked for me. I don't remember my exact critiques on it now, but still, it was just like I kind of wished I liked this better. Because I think they had all the right ingredients. And then last but not least, The Family Man with Nicolas Cage. It just kind of, again, one that has a lot of good ingredients. but it's not really a Christmas movie. But also, I don't think the moral of the movie is as strong as it maybe could be. It was fine. Seems good. They had some romance in there, right? It was fine. It was good, but oh well. Wish I liked it better.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yeah. That is all for my wished I liked it better.
I have a list. This is a new one for this year.
Cool.
The top 10 work marriages.
Great.
Some of these are also legitimate romantic pairings. Some of them, I don't think the characters would work together romantically at all, but like that is your work wife. And here we see work wives. Top 10 work marriages. Number 1, Philip and Elizabeth Jennings, the one that's literally a marriage.
Yep.
And number 2, Philip and Martha, another literal marriage. Number 3, the complicated quadrangle at the center of *Halt and Catch Fire*. I'm putting down both Joe and Gordon and Cameron and Donna as a tie.
Yeah.
Number 4, Mulder and Scully from The X-Files. Number 5, Carmy and Sydney from The Bear.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Number 6, The Monarch and Henchman 21 from The Venture Brothers. Not The Monarch and Dr. Mrs. The Monarch. The Monarch and Henchman 21.
But I'm your actual wife.
Number 7, Maddie and David from Moonlighting.
Okay, yeah.
Number 9, Valerian and Laureline from Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Number 8, Newt Geisler and Herman Gottlieb. When I say these names to you, do they mean anything anymore?
I don't remember these guys.
Those are the 2 scientists from Pacific Rim, where Charlie Day's trying to mind meld with the kaiju, and Bern Gorman's like, stop getting tentacles on my stuff!
Great, love it.
And finally, Ken and Ray, who are the 2 hitmen in Bruges.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson forced to go on vacation together.
Those are good. I have one. I have a list that fits in with that. I have my best character crossovers that didn't happen.
Good.
Of course, John Wick and the motorcycle from Kino's Journey. John Wick would love a talking motorcycle, man. He'd be like, remember into that.
Nothing else from Kino's Journey, except it's like a girl on a motorcycle going across the country, and the motorcycle just casually talks sometimes. Like every once in a while, it has a sentence or 2 to say to her. It doesn't have a mouth. Like the words just come and she reacts to the motorcycle like it said something.
Yeah.
So you're like, I guess the motorcycle talks, but it's not fully a character. It says so little.
What I remember from that episode, because like I brought that onto the show because I had watched Kino's Journey sometime before I pitched it. But the one that we ended up watching and that was easily and readily available for us was not the one that I watched originally. It was like a newer, updated version. So I think the original did have more of the talking, like the motorcycle was more of a character. And I just remember this being this thing, and you being like, so can everyone hear the motorcycle? Is she imagining the motorcycle talking? What's happening here? I'm like, I don't actually know in this one.
Like, the motorcycle is completely a character or it doesn't talk at all. Right. It's worse that the motorcycle just says a few things sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
Go all the way or don't go at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So we got those 2. We got Dr. Frankenstein and Dr. Walter Bishop. They'd be great to gig together. Frankenstein. Thank you. Yeah. How about the dad from Sweetness and Lightning, and either the chef from Midnight Diner or Kentaro.
Put them all together.
Yeah.
Culinary club.
They'd have a great time. They need to go to the restaurant, The Bear. Just get some good food there. And then lastly, The Love Witch and Sabrina. I think they'd have a good time together.
Dangerous.
Mm-hmm. That's my list.
I have the top 7 parties I want to go to.
Ooh, fun.
Number 7, from Severance, Rickon's weird dinner party with no dinner, where they're just sitting around a table with glasses of water, talking.
Yeah.
Number 6, the bachelor party from Sideways, which is just Paul Giamatti and Thomas Hayden Church going to wine country. I'd love to be that third wheel.
Yeah.
Number 5, from Ghostbusters, when Louis Tully has a party that's just for his clients of his CPA practice, because he's like, if I only invite clients, I can write it off as a business expense. There's like all these dorky people there, but like one hot woman who does dance with him, and I'm like, who is the hot woman? Why can't he get with her? Right. Number 4, from Halt and Catch Fire, Gordon's 40th birthday party where he invites the Blue Man Group.
Yes, yeah, I remember that.
Number 3, the dinner party from Beetlejuice. I want to be one of those weird New York City art yuppies. Number 2, from The Mask, charity night at the Coco Bongo Club.
Coco Bongo Club.
Coco Bongo Club. I want to be there on like the charity casino night raising money for orphans. It doesn't matter.
I feel like you almost have to shimmy when you say that. The Coco Bongo Club.
I love the way his one slimy friend says it.
Yeah.
And number 1, this is not a party. Under the Silver Lake is full of parties. The movie's mostly parties. And this is not one that we see, but one of the girls mentions going to a house party that was like up in these massive mansions in the Hollywood Hills, where it's like you could go into any of the mansions. You could just wander from mansion to mansion to mansion, and there's the one mansion at the top of the hill that's locked and you can't get into it. And that's where the songwriter lives. I love the idea of a house party that's just like you can wander in and out of, yes, a house crawl.
Yeah.
Of strangers' houses.
That's so fun. I have
Top
one
parties.
last list.
Okay.
And that is Rachel's favorites.
Is this updated? Did you ask her for new feedback?
No, not updated, but since she's been off taking care of family, she hasn't been around for most of the new stuff that we've gotten to cover. But let's start with Venture Bros. We've absolutely enjoyed that show. We still haven't finished it, but we've absolutely loved. Of course, I've finished it since we did for podcasts and stuff here, but she has not yet. She's not gotten to see the final season and the movie yet. So
it's fun.
Yeah. Of course, Velocipaster, one of her favorites. The only one I can, I guess, update this with would be I Was a Teenage Were Skunk, because she was the one that originally found that and brought it to me and then was like, we should put this on the show. Midnight Diner. She really likes that one too. Kentaro the Sweet Tooth Salary Man. Man had some great reactions to Fast and the Furious. Like what was one of the people of like, I think maybe I'd seen the first or second one and that was kind of it and hadn't seen anything since then. And just getting to witness the journey of, and now we're watching all of them and see how each one just gets more and more insane it was just like, I can't believe I'm watching this. She had a great time.
Good.
And then I don't remember her reasoning exactly on this. I think maybe she had seen the anime version of this, but Princess Jellyfish. We read the manga, right? And it was about the girl who lived in the house with the other girl, and I think one guy was like a fashion designer. I really don't remember. That's also one I could not tell you what the plot is, but she I think had seen part of the anime and really liked that one, so she wanted me to put that on the list. The Good Place is also one of her favorites. The comic book Chew.
Fun.
Yeah, she thought that one was a lot of fun too. Swiss Army Man, also a great one. We've talked about at length already. Godzilla, which is one of her favorite movies in general. She grew up watching a bunch of them when she was younger, so she was excited when we did some Godzilla.
Good.
And last but not least, The Love Witch. She thought that one was fantastic too.
So, nice.
Yeah. Those are all my lists.
I've got, do we want to end? I've got 2 more lists and then a pile of shout outs, which is just us saying characters' names.
Shout outs too. Yeah. Yeah. Do your 2 lists and then we'll both do our shout outs.
Lessons learned. Don't clone your dead son. Don't open a portal and steal the living alternate universe version of your dead son. Don't steal a baby from a local rich man, even if he has a lot of babies and you don't think he'll miss this one. Before you ask out your crush, make sure that her little brother didn't travel back in time to become your dad. Whatever it was that happened in Primer, don't do that. I can't explain it, but I know it was bad.
I'll know it when I see it. Don't do it.
Anyone you know could secretly be a Russian spy. Anyone you know could secretly be Tilda Swinton under a lot of special effects makeup. And finally,
my worst fear exposed. Anyone could be Tilda Swinton.
And finally, watch out for cowboys. If you're not in a Western and you see a cowboy, he's there to rough you up. He's not there to help you. Don't trust the mysterious cowboy.
Indeed.
Here is my list. I thought about this for a while. It's very controversial. I'm curious what you'll think of it. Top 20 redheaded women. I could have gone up to 30 if I wanted to. We've talked about so many, and I really wanted to rank them. So here's my top 20.
Melissa, I think you're just into redheads.
I'm not. We've just seen a lot of them, and they've been important, and I just think about them. You'll see why. Number 20, Wendy Corduroy from Gravity Falls.
Yep.
Number 19, Agent Dom DePerio, the sad FBI agent from Mr. Robot. Now that's a female sad sack.
Sure, yeah.
Number 18, Master Peggy, Amy Adams' character from The Master. Number 17, Wilma Flintstone.
Good one. Mm-hmm.
Number 16, Marla Bloodstone. I put these 2 together because I thought their names matched. Marla Bloodstone is from Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Number 15, Beth Harmon from The Queen's Gambit.
Yep.
Number 14, Lilo from The Fifth Element. Number 13, Margot Madison from For All Mankind. Number 12, Donna Clark from Halt and Catch Fire. Number 11, Delia Dietz from Beetlejuice. Number 10, Janine Melnitz from Ghostbusters. Number 9, Mary Jane Watson.
Classic
Number 8,
redhead.
Freddie Lowndes from Hannibal. Number 7, Dorothy Turner from Servant. Number 6, Paige Jennings from The Americans. Number 5,
Is she a
Merida.
redhead?
Yes.
Some
of these might.
I would say blonde.
I'm not fighting you on that. Paige?
Fight me, Melissa.
Paige?
Yeah.
No, she was never blonde. She leans more auburn than strawberry blonde, if anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. More auburn than...
Some of these are a tad auburn. I still included them all anyway. Let me finish my list.
You're good.
Number 5, Merida from Brave. Number 4, Helly R from Severance. Number 3, Charlie Cale from Poker Face. Number 2, Dana Scully from The X-Files. And number 1, I had a hard time disagreeing with myself that if you asked somebody to think of a redheaded woman, that she wouldn't be the first one to show up. Daphne Blake from Scooby-Doo. Your first redhead you see when you're a baby. If your mom doesn't have red hair, I think it's her.
Yeah.
I wrestled with this for a long time. I could continue to wrestle with it. I thought a lot about what being a redhead means. Like how these are characters. Some of these characters are like big, loud, like dominating outsiders. Like think of Delia Dietz. Think of Dorothy Turner, like running the household. And then some of them are like, I don't understand my family. Get me out. Like Paige, like Helly, like Merida. There's themes here. It's rich. That's why I made this list.
Yeah. It's almost like the red can either be this like attention seeking, I run everything, everyone look at me, or this like,
or I run away.
I'm the odd one out here. I don't fit. Interesting.
Food for thought.
Indeed. Are we ready for shout outs, or do you have one more?
Let's do some shout outs.
Okay. I have 8 of them.
Oh, here. I just wrote down like a whole bunch. I'm just going to say a list of names. I'll have more than that.
Yeah. North by Northwest. Shout out to that one. It was a fun time because we got to watch that one in theaters for the podcast. It was back in theaters for us. Junji Ito's Shiver. Love me some Junji Ito. Just shout out to him. Kaiju Max. That one is also one that like oddly sticks with me. I really liked that one. There was a lot of good stuff in there.
Yes. I meant to add that onto my list of big things. Like one award for Universal Triumph in bigness would go to Kaiju Max. Lifetime achievement in large.
Shout out to Landscapers and Angeline for that like fourth wall breaking.
Yes,
you're on a movie set, TV show set, but maybe you don't know it, but maybe you do because you're on the set. And you physically moved sets and stuff like that. Anyways, shout out to them. Those are fun. Shout out to brand new cherry flavor. The pretty good hidden gem. Maybe not the greatest, but I like one that was like, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think originally I had put this next one, House of Leaves. I put this down as like, it's the only book we read on the show, but now we have 2 books that we've read. So shout out to House of Leaves and Secret Identity. Shout out to The Unwritten and Strangers in Paradise as like the comics that I want to go back to the most. The Unwritten and Strangers in Paradise. And last but not least, shout out to Jingle Jangle, A Christmas Journey. I oddly really liked that one. There was a bunch of songs. It was maybe a lot longer than it should have been. I don't know, but it like, yeah, something about that. They were onto something there. Shout out.
That might be my number one. I wish I liked it more. I wish that thing was spectacular.
It's
like too long and too slow. I wish it hit a little harder, because that would be that's a fun concept for something you watch every year, every Christmas.
Yeah.
All right. My shout outs are just character names.
Shout them out.
And I have to start with the one character whose name you do shout every time. Miss Tessmacher!
And Miss Tessmacher!
Shout out to my queen, Ilsa Faust. Shout out to the bear nurse from Knights of Sidonia.
Right, yeah.
Remember how there was just a bear?
Yep.
Shout out to Carmine Leguzio. Shout out to the computer. Shout out to The Rules, the guy in Serenity that walks up to Matthew McConaughey and is like, I am the rules. Shout out to Deputy Gary, one of our highlights of the year.
After this, I'm going to go have me a Tom Collins.
Shout out to the Hulk car from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Why that car has not come back with the success of the Marvel movies? You're missing out.
You gotta have it. Shout out to Agumon.
Shout out to Agumon.
Shout out to Rumble McSkirmish. Shout out to Roger the Homunculus.
Yeah.
A shout out to the ants from Pushing Daisies. Shout out to Good Buddy. Shout out to Bad Ape. Shout out to the guy who's half stuck in the wall in Hadron Gospel Hour, but he's really upbeat about it.
And then the people that got stuck in the wall in Fringe.
And that time Dr. Venture got stuck in a wall.
There you go. Shout out to getting stuck in a wall.
Shout out to the talking can of mixed vegetables from Wet Hot American Summer.
Yep.
Shout out to Mindy St. Clair. I think the top character meetup I want is Mindy St. Clair and Martha from The Americans. Shout out to Brick Throg, always throwing his bricks. Shout out to Danger Boat. And finally, this is a shout out that I mean more sincerely than all of them. This is a character who's been like a true angel. One of the, maybe not one of the richest characters, but just one of the best people we've encountered in all of the review show. Razor to the Rafters, Astrid Farnsworth from French.
Oh, yes, Astrid.
All the flowers for Astrid.
We love you.
Asterix.
Asterix. God, yeah. One of the just absolute best characters. Best, like, if she was your best friend, you'd be golden, right?
Oh my gosh.
So good.
We all need an Astrid in our lives.
We do. Shout out to Astrid. Well, there you go. Is that all of
That's
our
the
list?
review show.
That's the review show.
Yes.
We done reviewed it. Good stuff.
How would you rate the review show experience on a scale of 1 to 5?
I would say 4 out of 5 stars. Always room to improve.
Right. Sometimes we would find ourselves spending a lot of time on something that we would find that 6 months later was gone from our memories. And I would like to do that less as we go to this new future where we enter our burrito era, which is to say we're going to smush all of our podcasts into one under one tortilla. We're still going to do review show stuff. We're going to do it less often. I think we're going to think about it a little more. We're going to be a little more thoughtful. We're going to make sure these things like really count.
Yep. It'll be good. We'll have a blast.
We met so many great friends. We got to watch so many things that I never would have made myself sit down and watch all the way through.
For sure. Some good
High highs.
not only entertainment but education on some like
Right.
film history, cinematography, all that stuff. Some great examples of all sorts of like you're a film nerd now.
Yeah. Film nerd, a TV nerd, a comic nerd. We're big audio drama nerds. It's been great to have for the shows that we covered like every season to go back and have this season by season log of what we thought was going to happen each time is fascinating.
Yeah,
I
fun.
love that like when I'm 85, I can go back and listen to what I thought was going to happen in like season 5 of Fringe.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. This was a good fun time. Melissa, shout out to you. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you, Kyle.
Cause yeah, when Paul stepped down, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We had a number of other people come on the show. Shout out to all of them. They helped out as well. Well, but Melissa, obviously you stuck with it. So thank you so much. You also infused new life into the review show.
Thank you.
With all sorts of different ideas. What if we do bingo? What if we do this? What if we do that?
Bingo.
Oh,
Bingo's really fun. I'm happy we do bingo.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So yeah, you really came into the show and helped to make it your own as well, not just like, oh, it's Kyle's show and then Melissa is here. No, it's our show.
Now we have a girl.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, now there's a girl.
I'm just here to be the Smurfette of the program.
At least you're not a villain like what's her name from Review, secretly ruining my life somehow.
AJ Gibbs.
Right, yeah. Good stuff. This has been fun. It's the end of an era here. So
yeah.
Any kind of final things that you would like to say?
This is fun. I hope we're going to continue to refer back to the show. I love that we have this back catalog.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's continue to iterate and reiterate and like chase our themes, chase our passions.
Absolutely. Of course, this next week we are going to be recording our end of the year Grand Prix. So be on the lookout for that. That will be on all of the podcast feeds that we still have right now for the end of this year. And then, of course, next year, as Melissa mentioned, we are entering our burrito era, smashing all of it into one feed. I'm going to get that up ASAP so that it is absolutely ready to go by time we are recording the Grand Prix. And then I think I think the idea is I will put a 0 episode up to like explain what we're up to and help get the feed started. I'll put the Grand Prix up on the new feed as like a special bonus. And then whenever we do the first episode, I think I might put that up on all of our other feeds as well, as just like one final reminder to be like, hey,
yeah,
we have this other RSS feed. Yeah, go check it out. So, yeah, be on the lookout for all of that. Exciting stuff is coming down the road. I think we will have a blast. But let's wrap things up right there. So, Militia. I'm starting to. This isn't even alcoholic.
An entire army.
Right.
What do you have to plug?
Yeah, Melissa. Where can the people find you on the internet?
Email me. I love a conversation, not just posting on some social media into a void. Email me at yourhostmelissa@gmail.com.
Perfect. And you guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer. And if you'd like to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are at thewhatnauts.com on Blue Sky. So please go like, share, and subscribe. You guys know the deal with all of that. If you're watching this on YouTube, we got plenty more videos right over there on that side of the screen. That would also help us out a bunch. But yeah, this has been number 332 of the Whatnauts review show. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.